Is it angles or is it lines? Now let's just start off here. Have we talked angles before? Maybe not. When you have an angle, by the way, what makes an angle? What is it that makes an angle? Josh?
Two lines that connect.
Intersecting.
Yeah.
Two lines, segments, or arrays that intersect. Two lines, arrays, angles that intersect. Okay, and generally when we talk about an angle here, it's the space between those two lines, which would be this space right here. We've got three different types of angles. I thought we talked about these, but maybe we don't. You got this one. You got this one. That has this little thing here, and then you've got one that looks like this. All right, and those would be this. These are small angles. These are right angles. And these are big angles. What's the name we use for angles that are smaller than? I'll show you the math way to write that. Use the less than sign. Angles that are less than 90 degrees are called, Kendall?
Acute.
Yeah, have we talked about this?
Last year.
Okay. They are acute angles. Angles that are equal to 90 degrees are, I'll give you that one since I already said it, right angles. And then the angles that are greater than 90 degrees, this angle here that's 90 degrees or more, Charlie is?
Obtuse.
Very good, obtuse angles. And I suppose we should talk about this one here. We also have something that's called this angle here that forms a line. Anybody know what that angle is called? It's pretty like logical. Zach?
Hemisphere.
Oh, hemisphere. Nope. It's called the straight angle. It is exactly 180 degrees. Somebody tells you to turn 180 degrees, they mean turn the complete opposite direction. If they meant you to turn all the way around, what would they say? 360. 360. Did we talk about lines?
Yes.
Take a look in your notes and see if there's one
We
underlined.
do.
Because I can't remember, we talked about intersecting, perpendicular, parallel, oblique.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. You just talked about rays, lines. Oh, no. Yeah, we just talked about.
So we just talked about it, huh?
We never talked about circles.
Well, before we talk about lines, let's do this. And talk about naming angles. Let's say this is A, B, C, and D. A, B, C, and D. When you name an angle, okay, let's say I was talking about this angle right here. Why can't I just call that angle B? Why is angle B not going to work for that line there? Ava?
Because it could also be the other way.
Yeah, technically it could be three angles. It could be this angle, it could be this angle, and realistically it could be this angle here. Okay, so when it's sometimes okay if there's no other choice. You know, if you had a shape that looked like this, and it was labeled A, B, C, and D, you can label this as angle A. That is fine because there's no other possibility it can be. Okay, but when you have a couple different angles coming off that same B, which is called what? The vertex. Okay, when you have more than one choice, you have to use the letters to name it. If I'm talking about this one right here, I guess I better change colors. If I'm talking about this angle right here, you have to name it as angle A, B, C, or angle C, B, A. Those are both acceptable. Remember though, wherever the vertex is, whatever that point they come together in has to be the middle. Okay, I can't call this angle CBA or angle ACB. Okay, it has to be the letter B. If you're talking about this angle here, the vertex has to be the middle letter. Both of these would be acceptable. Okay, if I was talking about this angle right here, go to a different color. I was talking about this angle right here. There's two different ways I could name it. It would be what? Catch on to that. Sam?
It would be A, B, C, C.
Wait, this one right here.
Oh, sorry.
Right here. Angle what?
C, D, or B, C.
No. The vertex has to be the middle letter. You have to use three letters and the vertex has to be in the middle. Sam?
C, B, D, or
CBD or,
D, B, C.
right, DBC. Okay, you have to specifically say, if there's any possibility somebody could be confused on it, you have to say it. But again, if there's no chance of getting confused, I can call this angle D if I like. That's not a big issue there. Perfect. Now, blank piece of paper and lines. Switch this thing here.